Oh, here's a good
Yeah.
thing I can talk about that the people from Wicked Part 1, they're not haters, they're just wrong. I get that it's a certain experience that you get when like you're listening to musicals on Spotify or Apple Music or whatever your music program is. You like listen to the Wicked musical, or you listen to Rent, or you listen to fucking Hairspray, or whatever musical you listen to. That's one thing. And then you watch the Wicked movie and you're like, when I listen to the song on my fucking playlist, it's 3 minutes. And now it's a scene that takes like 7 minutes. You're like dragging out the song. You fucking idiot. They're trying to fucking make a movie or a play. I bet you it's that long in the fucking play. You stupid
Mhm.
bitch. You probably saw the play one time and then you went and looked at.
That was it.
That's all you got.
Yeah. And
You
I
fuck
thought that was that was a really dramatic fly. Go monkeys fly. Also really racist. What the hell, Alpha?
comments on that. That's all you have. You came into the call being like you're doing your whole chance.
Melakanaba haba no bahaba naba debikamaba.
Okay, I take it back. Oh shit, that's good. Wicked Part 2 actually was, or Wicked 4 good. I was thinking about seeing it again before I came to this because when I saw it at Regal and they had a double feature. So I spent like 5 hours in the movie theater watching the first one and then the second one, which was really cool. But I was sat next to the biggest fucking stupid bitch. If you, for whatever reason, are watching this podcast and you recognize me and I was sat to your immediate right watching Wicked, the double feature, I fucking hate you. You're so fucking annoying and stupid and no one should ever go to, you know how like you were complaining like when we saw Thor, Love and Thunder and like Multiverse of Madness and stuff that like certain people wouldn't shut the fuck up. This is
Dude,
like
when
that
I
on
saw
steroids.
Superman, I saw Did I see Superman with you? Or was it? It was
Superman.
Hooper. I saw Superman with Hooper, and there was this guy who was a giant nerd, definitely acoustic, and he was legit like, Peacemaker can't be in here because he's in a different multiverse, yelling in the theater. I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to watch the goddamn movie. Like, oh my God.
I'm actually so glad. First of all, this guy did the similar shit. He wouldn't shut the fuck up. And I'm actually so unbelievably happy. If you don't want spoilers, go somewhere else. I'm so unbelievably happy that I had seen the play before and I knew what was going to happen in the movie because holy shit, this guy would have spoiled fucking everything. Like when Alphaba's trying to save Bach after Nessa fucks him up, this guy fully, like before the scene even happened, this guy goes, oh, she's going to turn him into the Tin Man. To the point, like he's trying to sound smart, like he's calling it, but like, bro, there's no way you could know. Like you clearly have just seen the play before. Same thing with
Yeah.
like when Fierro saves Alphaba and they go like freaking have their "We're Gonna Bang" song, he's like, he's gonna turn into the Scarecrow. I knew he's gonna turn into the Scarecrow. I was like, bro, we're nowhere near like where that would even be hinted at yet. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
And then
He
this is how
just knows.
stupid this how stupid this fuck is that he actually didn't see coming. You could miss this in the play because it's not a huge plot point, but they made a big deal about it in the movie how Jeff Goldblum's her dad. He came up and he was like, what? What? And I was like, dude, the movie was screaming that from the rooftop from the word go. Like that would,
Yeah.
honestly, it might be the biggest issue with the whole movie is that they're like, this is a big reveal. Like you said that a million times.
It's not really a big reveal because literally the first like 5 minutes of the movie, you can hear Jeff Goldblum and have a little drink, my little darling. I'm like, Jeff Goldblum has one of the most recognizable voices in fucking any actor, actress on the planet.
Yeah, in all of
I
cinema.
know Jeff Goldblum's voice. Same thing I know Matthew McConaughey's voice. It's the same shit.
Yeah. It's like one step above, like if RIP, like if Alan Rickman was trying to like hide a twist like that. I was like, I know what your voice is, man. Jesus Christ. So we did an episode on the first one. You know what's weird, Ben? For like as small as like all the nobody that watched this podcast, I still got like in trouble for like what my opinion was on the first Wicked.
Remind the audience and
So
me of your opinion.
exactly. You don't even remember because it's a fucking year ago. But I said that like
Because it was such a bad opinion, I don't remember.
the
That's
fuck
what
up.
it was.
It's in like I said that Cynthia Erivo is really good in the movie, and she is, and I'll stand by that. I just like wanted like a different interpretation of the character. And people were blowing me the fuck up. I'm like, listen, I get what she's going for, right? I get that she's like leaning more into like the Alphaba's everyone's big sister kind of thing. That's just not what I would have gone for. Like, that's just
That's
not the
yeah,
way I
yeah.
would have approached it. Like, I think what's cool about her is that she is outwardly really tough, but is inwardly really insecure. And you see it in certain moments. And then you get contrast. And that's just my preference. She does a good job. It serves the movie. The movie's great. The second one, I would say, is not as good.
No, I would say
And I
that
think
too.
it speaks a lot to how important it is to get a really balanced script because everything else is pretty much the same. You have the same director, all the great stuff from the first one. Still, you get really good staging. Still, you get great performances from everybody. It's still, but now it's a script problem. Now there's like
No, so
pacing problem.
I think
Yeah,
that's the perfect way to describe it too, because the way that they shot this movie, they shot part one and part two all at the same time. They didn't take
yeah,
any breaks. They
yeah. It's
did
the
a
same
year
thing they did
break
with
for
Infinity War and Endgame. They shot it back to back.
all at the same time. And I mean, the first one was almost perfect. You know, the first
Yeah,
one
it was
was
crazy good.
amazing. And I kept hearing for the past year how the second act is better than the first act. So if you thought the first one was good, just wait. I was disappointed. I'm
Yeah,
like, so my opinion, and this is again preference, I think this would have been better if it was a 5 hour movie, you know?
maybe a
Because
3.5 hour movie.
3.5, 4 hour movie, but what if part two as its standalone was kind of
It
like,
feels real padded out. It feels like
it was,
this is too long, man. What's going
I
on?
know. Like,
It's like,
and then
yeah.
some parts they just gloss over some parts. Like, I don't know. Like they're, I don't know. It's just, it felt really rushed, but at the same time, slow, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
it took a while.
I feel
Like
like
when,
some of the characters, because of how quickly the turnaround was in some parts, couldn't make up their mind whether to be mad, sad, angry. Like, it's, like Ariana Grande went from being angry to literally warning her, like, hey, they're coming in a matter of minutes, you know?
when was that?
No, for like Fierro choosing her, she was like, she's so angry that she literally said, use her sister. And then after that happened,
Yeah,
and then like not even that much further into the movie, she goes and says and warns her, and he's like, you're the only friend I ever had. I'm like, wait, you're the reason that her sister died.
yeah,
Indirectly,
yeah.
but like
She didn't want it to
like
happen like that, but yeah,
but she said use her sister as bait. Like that's the indirectly
yeah. She
you're
wanted
the
to spread a
reason,
rumor around. Yeah, no,
So
no. It's
that
certainly her fucking fault that that happened.
but it's just like the pacing of the movie. It's like, and Alpha was
Yeah,
also like, look, you fake mourning my sister. I'm like, what would make you think she's fake mourning your sister? Wait, now I'm confused.
yeah. And they spent a lot of time on stuff like, whereas like it's I get it already. I don't need a whole scene of animals going under the yellow brick road. I understand that. I don't need Alphaba to be the fucking A team and knock some people out when they're building the yellow brick road. I don't need that. This doesn't need to be a 2.5 hour movie. Make it 90 minutes. And I get with the first one that you can make it because there's so much like that you can dig in on to build up Alphaba's character and build up the Glinda's character. Um, Actually, I thought who was really good in both movies, Jonathan Bailey. I had no idea who he was before Wicked, and since I didn't see the new Jurassic World, but I heard he was really good in it, and I've since watched
He is the sexiest man alive at the moment. So
the
yeah.
sexiest man alive, and he's also in Bridgerton, which I've been bullied into seeing since. And but I think he's really good, and he's just
I like
so
him as an actor. Yeah.
really very sincere, very like earnest, like you totally, but like, and a lot of stuff these days, it just feels really fake. And you totally believe him. You buy him when he's like losing his, when he like tells Galinda that how like sorry he is that it's about to happen, that what's about to happen, what he did to her. Like you really believe it. And apparently he's got some fucking pipes. So yay,
Mhm.
Jonathan Bailey. Yeah, I don't, the thing is, parts of it are really good. If you've seen the play,
Yeah.
they moved some things around that I wasn't in love with.
I haven't seen the play.
Clearly what they were going for, what they really wanted, the real through line they wanted to push was the relationship between Elphaba and Glinda. And that is the most important thing. But you didn't really let it be as complex. Like the line in the movie where she's like, "We can't all travel by bubble." It's like a hard eye roll. It's like, "Oh my god, we can't all." Like that's what it is in the play, and it's actually at the part where Elphaba is when Glinda is telling Elphaba to let Dorothy go, and Elphaba still wound up. So I think you actually lose some of the complexity of the relationship when you do it like that. And also,
Some
yeah,
of the wording they said, I know that, and I haven't seen the play, so tell me if this is in the play. When he's saying, looking at you a different way, he's like, "Oh, you're beautiful." No, I'm not. Well, I'm looking at you a different way. You know? Do they say that
as
in the
in
play?
no, that is not to my
Okay,
knowledge.
because that is because wait, hold
He
on.
she de- she definitely doesn't say that to him when he's the scarecrow. He might. I don't
Because
remember.
look, like I understand that she is green, but her skin is green. Someone could still be objectively beautiful if their skin color is just not normal.
White.
Fucking racism again. Fucking racism again. It's like, sorry, you're green, you know? You still have good
Yeah,
facial features. Like, what
yeah.
the
That's the thing.
fuck?
And isn't that the point of the movie? It's like not even someone is like ugly. Not even someone looks like fucking jacked up like Yennefer before she gets her magic spell on her in The Witcher. Like not even like you're beautiful on the inside. Not even the Elephant Man. Just like you're green, therefore like you don't look good. It's like we're skipping a few steps.
I
And I
remember
think she looks
thinking,
good.
I remember thinking at that point in the movie, like, he just called her ugly, but you got a good personality. Like, that's exactly what he just said. She was like, I'm not beautiful. And he's like, well, you just got to look at it through a different, like, look at it a different way. I'm like, wait, wait a minute. Let's back up.
Yeah, that was weird.
Cause I understand the last line, you know?
Yeah.
Because he's a fucking scarecrow. No, he's a fucking scarecrow. Like, yeah, he's beautiful on the inside because the outside he's a fucking scarecrow. That makes sense. Alpha was just green skinned.
Yeah,
Like,
actually.
what?
She's
Like,
not
what?
the thing is she's not ugly
She's
like at
pretty.
all. That's the
No,
thing.
she's not even close to ugly. You know,
Like
and
come
all the
on,
only
bro.
oh my god. Yeah. I didn't like that line. There was a
Yeah.
couple lines that me and Haley did the side eye to each other because it was just like, okay, that was a little
Yeah.
bit of cringe. Like the
The other thing that I
Fierro! And we're like,
yeah.
Haley just started laughing.
The other thing I
Oh my
thought really
god.
hurt the movie was, and it's not their fault. This is only so much you can control. The music in part one is a lot better than the music in part two. I
It
mean,
was
For Good is a great song. I know As Long as You're Mine is a really popular song. I don't love it. I don't hate it either, but I mean, the first one has What Is This Feeling? Defying Gravity, The Wizard Not
popular.
Popular, right? Freaking
Yeah.
Dancing, like those
Loathing.
are all bangers.
Yeah. Loathing. Adulterated
Adulterated
loathing.
loathing. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was probably that song. What Is This Feeling? In the first one is probably my favorite sequence of all of them because they're like, especially because you can see Glinda just like cutting shit with her food and like going around and like tapping her poses. Like that's a really well done sequence. I like that one a lot. I mean, I understand like just from a superficial standpoint, yeah, the character work and Dancing Through Life when they're dancing together is really good, and of course, Defying Gravity speaks for itself. But I like the What Is This Feeling music whatever it's called sequence. I thought that one's really well done. Yeah, I was a little disappointed. I gotta say, I don't know what I was
very disappointed,
expecting,
yeah.
but
I
and I
was
didn't hate
expecting
it. I think
the
it's a good movie, to be completely
I
clear.
agree.
But
I
the thing is, the
I
first one was so good that like it was like top 10 of the, I think it was Ben's favorite movie last year.
yeah,
It's,
I look, and
yeah.
I think that I understand it's a musical, but when the soundtrack is as good as it was in the first, maybe cut out some songs
Trim
and
it
try to
down.
do more storytelling because I mean, if you're looking at it just as an individual movie objectively, it's not that good of a movie, you know? Without the first one, dude, this movie's like the pacing's off, there's cringe moments. It's, you
Yeah.
know, I don't know.
And the
You
thing
could have,
is,
like you said, you know, the most important thing in the play Wicked was Glinda and Elphaba's relationship, you know?
yes.
As the most important thing. If you, I mean, you can cut down some songs, you could do whatever you got to do, but if you just spend more time on that, and show, I mean, even just the relationships in general too, like with the sister, like this, all I heard this whole year,
I would
and
have
it
liked
was
more time on that.
so this whole year it was just spoilers because I'm not familiar with the play. I know Wizard of Oz, but I'm not familiar with the play. I got it spoiled that she was the Wicked Witch of the East and she was gonna die. In the movie, she just claimed herself as the Wicked Witch of the East and then she died.
Yeah, I would have liked some more stuff about that. Like she like I mean, I get like again in the play, but listen, all right, the play, the second act is an hour, so they only have so much time. But they're like, hey, she's taking away rights from Munchkins because she's trying to spend more time with Buck. I'm like, dig more on that. All she said like before was that they couldn't travel. Not that that's okay, all right, that's bad, but that's
Yeah.
not like
Yeah.
Alphaba's supposed to like according to the wizard, Alphaba like deformed a bunch of monkeys and is killing people and is like mowing motherfuckers is like a terrorist. So
Mhm.
let's chill the fuck out with and I'm not saying that she should have done more stuff, but I'm saying like we should have seen more of like what's happening to the Munchkins who aren't named Bach for like why everyone's so happy that Nessa ends up dying.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a
I don't
whole
know. I
freaking
It's
now we're
just they
sad.
just didn't spend time on some characters that, like, I was still left with questions, at the end of the movie.
You know what's kind of weird is that the first one is part one, and this is like part two, which is the ending. And the first one feels like a more complete story.
I know, like, you usually don't see that, And yeah, yeah.
Like Harry,
That's
like
why I
remember
was
Harry Potter
expecting, yeah.
7, 1 and 2, and like Hunger Games,
Mhm.
the Mockingjay 1 and 2 that happened. I think they did the same thing for Twilight, but I know nothing about Twilight.
Yeah.
Trust me, I know
I
nothing about
mean,
it.
yeah.
But yeah, yeah, it was a. I don't know. I don't know what I wanted. I don't know what I wanted. And granted, the first again, it's largely a function of the first Wicked being so amazing, and it is. But this one will make a ton of
Last
money.
year
I've heard
last
a
year,
lot of people
yeah.
are loving it. Yeah,
Last year, I was literally like, if Wicked doesn't win a lot of Oscars, that's okay because they're gonna win a lot of Oscars for the second one. That was my expectations because of how good the first one was. I don't think that's gonna be the case, you know? I
yeah,
think maybe costume design, maybe you get some Oscars for that. I don't think
yeah.
you get any
Production
nominations
design, maybe.
from Ariana Grande, from any of the actors or actresses. I don't think you win anything. Maybe you get some nominations, but performances
Yeah,
weren't that
I'd shoot it
good.
to Sydney Sweeney for Christie, but apart from that, yeah, I don't think you. I don't think they have a competitor in Wicked right now. Oh, here's a good
Yeah.
thing I can talk about that the people from Wicked Part One, they're not haters. They're just wrong. They have this opinion and it's incorrect. I get that it's a certain experience that you get when like you're listening to musicals on Spotify or Apple Music or whatever your music program is. You like listen to the Wicked musical, or you listen to Rent, or you listen to fucking Hairspray, or whatever musical you listen to. That's one thing. And then you watch the Wicked movie, and you're like, when I listen to the song on my fucking playlist, it's 3 minutes, and now it's a scene that takes like 7 minutes. You're like dragging out the song. It's like, no, you fucking idiot. You're listening to a
It's
fucking
just
song
storytelling.
on a
Yeah.
playlist. They're trying to fucking make a movie or a play. I bet you it's that long in the fucking play, you stupid bitch. You probably saw the play one time and then you went and looked at it's not a gender specific thing because I'm sure there are men with this opinion too. Just what cut
No.
all this. Cut all this.
Just
Then you
women.
talk.
Just women. It's just
No.
women.
Fuck, God damn it. I hate myself.
Women,
Why did I
your
even bring this
opinion's
up? They're
irrelevant.
wrong.
Take
It
take
pisses me
away the
off
rights.
because they were like dancing through life takes so long. I was like,
Clip
that's
it.
a really
Clip it.
big
Chad
deal.
just said
That's a
take away women's rights.
19 minutes, 48 seconds. It's just more work for Liz. This is just a problem. This is what happens when you
Just
don't make like a movie with enough for us to fucking talk about because we already
yeah,
said all this shit. It's like, listen, the director did a
I
really good
know.
job. The actors did just as good a job as they did last time. The production's just as
It's
good.
literally
The
the
script,
script.
the script
Don't
is
under
it's too long and too
how
short at the same time.
how do you it doesn't even make sense, but it sounds right and it is right, but it doesn't make
Yeah,
sense. How could it be too long and too short? What the fuck?
yeah,
How do you have the first one and the second one, same script writers, I believe. Am I right on that? Like the
yeah.
same script writers? What the fuck? That's
I
like
get yeah.
God, I don't know. how do you have the same people, the exact same people making the same movie twice, but the second one, which is the better act, and that's coming from my dad. And can
Yeah.
you tell me what is the better act in the play, the first or second, in your opinion? You can also say they're just as good, like in their own way,
The
and
first one has better
that's fine too.
music. Second
Obviously, we know
one,
that. Yeah.
first one has a better like crescendo. The second one, I really like all the pieces, how they fit together, and it definitely works better over an hour. I think it's what I do think it is. It's hard for me to say. It's been a while since I've seen the play. It's been like 3 years, but I think the first one with its setup and it's like establishing the world of Oz and establishing a bunch of dynamics, and there's a lot more room for it to be fresh, and it can be long. It can be long. You can push the first one out to be longer, and then the second one is like we've kind of already established all that. Now it's time to pay shit off. But people have an expectation that this movie's going to be 2 hours, 20 minutes. So
Yeah.
we have to have a scene where Alphaba is talking to the animals and the scene with the wizard. And we have an extra scene where Alphaba visits Glinda before she goes and hangs out with the wizard. And that takes forever. And then her and the wizard takes forever. And then the monkey has to come all the way back and show her that the cages are still there, again, it moves the pacing is uneven because when things happen, they happen like this. And when we're waiting for things to happen, people take so long to have a conversation. So
I
because the
think,
movie has to be
yeah,
that long. Yeah.
I would like to see the director's cut for this, but all in one movie. If you can make a Snyder's cut version of Wicked Part 1 and 2, I think that'll be one of the better movies, you know?
Yeah. I think you could have taken it all, made it. Now this will never start happening because whenever we have these things, it makes more money to have Harry Potter 7 part 1 and 2 and Wicked part 1 and 2. And this movie will make a lot of money and it already has.
There will not be movies like Titanic anymore, unfortunately, you know?
Yeah. We're not going to get the
4 hour long.
3 hour, 30-minute Wicked movie because why
Closest
would
thing we
we?
got is the Avatar movies. That's the closest thing we got.
Avatar movie comes out next month.
I know.
No, by
It's
the way,
three.
movie I'm like randomly excited for because I've been seeing trailers. Freaking Timothy Chalamet ping pong movie. That actually looks
That looks
really
good.
good.
That looks
I
good.
want to
Yeah,
see
no,
that.
I
I'm
did
like
see that.
excited.
But the
By the way, me and Ben know movies and we also know ping pong. We're like the ping
we
pong
know ping
kings.
pong. We know ping pong. But the Avatar movie is the longest Avatar movie of the series. It's 3 hours and 17 minutes.
You're fucking kidding me. The other ones are
3
also really
hours.
fucking
It's
long.
17 minutes. And I'm like, it's even longer than the fucking Way with Water. I
First two
gotta
were great, by the way. They're
yeah.
great movies, but
They're all good,
am
you know.
I
I'm a
am looking
fan.
forward to it, but 3 hours, 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
Jesus. All right.
They also had the perfect opportunity. Wicked had the perfect opportunity because it's a play. You could literally have a 4 hour movie and literally have a 5 minute or 10 minute section. We'll say 5 minute, 5 minute section that just says intermission. People can go use the bathroom, do whatever they want to do,
Be
and then
interesting.
you
That
come
would be
back
cool.
and you say 5 minutes. You know, they could do that because it's literally a fucking play. But like you said, you make more money if you have part 1 and part 2. You know?
Yeah. Which is upsetting. And it's a reason why a lot of really good movies that could be made don't get made for like $10 million because like, well, we could spend this $200 million on this new Michael Bay movie that still no one's going to fucking watch because we think that's what makes money.
Yeah.
But maybe movies like Seven will make a comeback. All right. That was
Mm.
Wicked. Me and Ben are sad. We're very sad, attractive men who know movies.
Still attractive.